everybody. Once again, this is Ramon. I'm here for a very special purpose. And surprisingly, I just do what comes to my heart or anything that tells me to do spontaneously, I just do it. So as I was watching, and right now, most of us, we are at home, working from home or self-isolating, right? And then I come across a post in Facebook. Social media is big, right? And I'm with somebody right now. Trust me, I will introduce him with you. So social media, there is a post that comes up, pops up, and then I see that there is this amazing initiative, and I think it's applicable to all Canadians, not only Bangladeshi Canadians. And that's why I'm going to speak in English, so everyone, my Canadian friends, and some of you are following me, my Canadian friends all over, no matter which nationality you come from, this is open to you, right? So when I saw this initiative, it struck my mind that in times of crisis, right now we are going through this COVID crisis and everybody is coming together trying to do something to help the community. So at that point in time when I went through it, I felt good, right? I felt really good. And then I said, you know what? I need to talk to him. And anyway, I know the guy who I'm going to introduce to you. And then I called him and then we started talking about what his initiative is, what he's doing. And what struck me is that each and every one of us, from our own position individually, we can make a difference. And this gentleman, he is making a difference. And since you know that we are at home, I cannot bring him physically because of the social distancing. So he's right now, I'm having a video conferencing and you will hear everything that we're saying. So welcome, my dear friend. Welcome. And here is Barrister Omar Al Zahid. Am I right?
Okay. Right. My name is Omar Hasan Al Zahid. Thank you, Roman, for bringing me in this video. And definitely, we are going to share our initiatives that we have taken.
Okay, good. So, Omar, I know that you have been practicing law for quite some time, and I know that you have been doing very good, right? And, well, don't hate me for telling that. I do think you do earn a little bit, and many of those you also contribute to the society in very many good initiatives. That's what I have seen, right? You're at the forefront. So I came across this particular social post which says, from your law firm, you have initiated something. And just keeping this COVID-19 crisis time in mind, and you decided that technically you want to offer it to all your clients. And I also understood that it's not only Bangladeshi Canadians, anybody. So what is this offer about? Tell us about that.
So when this pandemic started, I saw a trend that many people from our community, particularly who are my previous clients, they started calling me saying that, hey, Omar, we need to do a will, because they are really, really concerned. They have children, they have their own property, assets, and they want to make sure that, for God's sake, if anything happens to them, all these properties pass to the right person, to the right beneficiaries. They want it to be passed, right? So then I thought that, oh my God, so many calls I'm getting from people for this will thing. At the same time, I have noticed that many people from our community have taken initiatives to help people like international students and like COVID-affected people who are isolated, who cannot go out, doing those grocery and everything. So I thought that why can't I take an initiative? So then I made this offer to the people that, hey guys, we are here, we are on essential list, we are ready to provide the legal services, and we will do your will at a minimal service fee, which is only $100 plus HST per person. Mm-hmm. And all the money that we collect from the people as our service fee will be contributed to the COVID affected people, either in Canada or in Bangladesh.
Right.
That's our initiative.
So first of all, there's something that's coming up to me as a different take, which I didn't think. So right now, people are really worried about what may happen today, tomorrow, right? So They have their assets or what house, anything and everything. They want to make sure that it is set in place in right way. So just to all the viewers, I wanted to tell you that this is an important time. Will is something we avoid, or until we become old, maybe we think that we'll do it sometime, not an essential thing. But right now, as the world is going through a different crisis, a different scenario completely, will is important. And I want you to know that will is absolutely critical. if you're not here
Right.
tomorrow. And if there's no will, your assets or whatever you leave behind, it becomes intestate, right? Which means
Exactly. You are right.
uh,
That's
which
the word.
which means
Intestate, that means leaving the property without a will.
and that will be then distributed by the government executor in whatever way the rules are there. But by doing and
Yeah,
will,
there is a Succession Act.
and by
Yes.
doing and will, actually, you can dictate that if anything happens to me, my property should be, divided like this, again, within the periphery or parameters of the law. So thank you so much
Right.
for getting that message out. I don't think even in our community, Bangladeshi Canadians, many of us, we thought about that. I personally, I haven't thought about that, and I will start thinking about that. So thank you so much. Now,
Thank you. Thank you so much, John.
so
Thank you.
you made a difference, right, Omar? What I wanted to say,
I try to always.
I always take it like this. You don't need to move the world. You don't need to cross the mountain, or you don't need
Right.
to climb the mountain or cross the ocean, right? All you need to do is make a
Right.
difference, one small difference at a time. So right now, I'm convinced that I need to get my will done, right? So yes,
Right.
gratitude. Now, so for the will, right? So they can go to any lawyers. They can go to even banks. Since I'm in financial institutions, I know there are general pro forma, but then yours is different. They can go to you, and you are, if I'm not wrong, not going to charge them the way normally you will charge. You will charge them a nominal fee. And not only
Right.
that, the nominal fee that you're charging, you will not absorb it as your revenue. You will donate
No.
this full money completely
Right.
to the cause of
Right.
people, those who are suffering from COVID-19 for whatever way, either in
Right.
Canada or in Bangladesh. Am I
In
right?
Bangladesh.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so, what is the charge, the nominal fee, when you're telling me?
Okay,
So,
so in general, there are different types of will. Generally, just a simple will, but when you do a will, you will have to make sure that all the wishes that you have are protected in your will. For instance, probably if someone dies and his son or daughter become the owner of the property, and for God's sake, if that daughter is divorced or if the son is divorced and that inherited property goes, half of the inherited property goes to the husband or ex-husband or ex-spouse, right?
right.
So when we make a will, we want to make sure that actually your inherited property is protected from the future marriage breakdown of your daughter or son, right? So there are some other
That is
issues
one,
like
yeah.
Yeah, like custodian. For instance, if you have children who are under 18, generally if there are no custodian, all these children go to the foster care. And definitely as a person, you do not want your children to go to the foster care. You want to select a custodian who can take the custody of the kids.
Extremely important point. So, like, if I may highlight that, extremely important point, because I personally, this is news to me. I didn't know. So what you're telling is that if, let's say, I die, or if my wife, both of us, we pass away, and there is no will, obviously there are other people who can come forward, but then these kids will go to the foster care, right? Okay. Generally, right? But anyway, in that, obviously relatives can come forward and say, hey, I want to take. That's,
and they can make an application to the court to become a custodian, but
it's not automatic.
When you make a will, you specifically know which people really care about you and which people you want to select as a future custodian of your children. That's the point here.
Yes. Extremely important. Oh my gosh, you just touched a very, we all have, I do have 2 kids, and many of us, we have kids, right? Okay. So definitely it is extremely important to know. Thank you so much for bringing that out. So for will, there are different, different prices, I understand.
So what I wanted to say is that when you go to a lawyer and want to make a specific customized will, then generally the lawyers charge from 300 to 1,000, even 2,000, depending on your volume of assets and everything and how much complicated the will is, right? Here, what we are doing, we are just giving the same service at a very nominal fee, which is $100 plus HST, and the HST will definitely go to the governments here, you know that. But apart from that, this $100 will completely used and will be contributed to the people who are affected or impacted by the COVID-19. And another thing is that You can definitely pay more if you like to. For instance, after my video spread out yesterday, I got many calls from my existing clients and new clients who are really want to do this will. And one of the purpose of that is that, Omar bhai, I want to do the will, but at the same time,
I
I'm
want to
happy
donate.
that my money is going to be used as a donation, which I like. And
Omar,
thank you
very
for the
nice,
service.
very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
And just a question. So you know that at the BCCB also we are trying to do to help people. I'm sure Tafasin, you know him, Tafasin and Mesba and others.
Yes, and
Probably we can
yesterday.
talk about that, how we can help together further, to optimize whole thing. Now here is a question. To do will. So right now our movement is restricted. I cannot come to you even if I want, or I shouldn't, because we are all within the house, isolated. If that is the case, would you think I can do it over telephone? I can talk to you, make an appointment for half an hour or 15 minutes, whatever, and sign it later. But
So here is a good news. From the very beginning, the Law Society was very much strict about particularly will, because as a lawyer I have some responsibility to make sure that the person who is making will, he is mentally sound, solid. There is no undue pressure, there is no influence, or there is no compulsion, right? So as a lawyer, this is my duty to make sure that this will has been
done at free will.
Completely voluntarily, without any compulsion, threat, or anything, and in a sound mind. So the good news is that previously the requirement was that the will have to be executed in front of the lawyer, and there will have to be a wet signature. Right. But the Law Society, given this current situation, has allowed the lawyers that we can do this due diligence, talking to the people over the phone, and particularly over the video conference. So what I do, for instance, we got several wills order, you can say, or service request from since yesterday, and we are taking the instruction by either phone or in the email, and all the IDs are being taken in the email, and then I am preparing the draft as per their instruction and sending them in their emails so that they can review them. Once those documents are reviewed, then we come to a video conference, and I make sure that the witnesses are here. They sign in front of me in the video, and then he send me the original. Then we will do the commission and send them back. That's how we are doing this right now.
Perfect. So you are trying to make it as easy as possible.
Definitely, because this is a situation really people are very much afraid to go outside, particularly who have very older people in their house or kids. Right? Everyone is really concerned. I know many of my people, they are saying that, Omar bhai, I really don't care about this COVID-19, but what I care about is that I have a mom in my home. He is 80 years old. So I don't want to endanger her life after going outside. So that's why I'm completely isolated.
Good. It's absolutely, I applaud that. So, Zahid, if I may, Omar, well, you can call him, both is his name, right? Okay. So here's, if I understand correctly, to just recap briefly, is number one, you do will. Number two, because of the current situation, you decided to do something good for the humanity, for the community that you are part in, specifically Bangladeshi Canadians, but in general, all the Canadians. Number three, they can connect with you with your telephone number, which I will talk, and then they can do you will walk them through like video conferencing, which we are doing, and get everything done, get the witness done in video, and that is permissible by the Law Society. Number four, we should do will because we don't know about tomorrow, right?
Exactly. That's the most important part.
And number five, more important, close to our heart, many of us, we have kids, and not only for assets, what happens to my kid if I'm not here? Right? Okay. So for them, okay. Number six, there is a nominal fee, and which is not going to your pocket. Let's be very blunt, right? And the HST portion is going to government, which because you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, and then people are getting the benefit of the SST. You see the emergency benefit plan, right?
I know that. Yeah. So they pay this $100, okay, just a plain, which is more of a donation, which will be going to some good causes. Am I right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And which will be declared to the people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that is being done. And this is something, how did you come up with this idea?
So, as I told you in the initial stage, that I have noticed this is surprising, but because we live in a very rich country, but at the same time, people are really suffering. Lots of people lost their job. Because of my job responsibilities, I have connection with many people,
Right.
and really I have personal relationship with many of them. They personally called me and told me that, Omar bhai, I got laid off. I had a very good job. I got laid off. Now even I don't have the money, and all my credits have been used when I purchased a property, So
Yeah,
even
well,
he
we
does
just,
not have
yeah.
a line of credit or the credit card, because those funds have been used before when he purchased a property, and I was the lawyer for them.
Right.
And even they do not have the money to do the even simple grocery.
Right. Right.
Some
I know
people
that. Yeah.
they cannot share it with anybody.
Right.
Because they have a social status. Sometimes
they don't feel like going telling and everybody, and I know how our community works.
Exactly.
Right.
So that made me feel that exactly. And there are some other international students who reached out to me because I did their immigration student visa and then the post-graduation work permit, and they eventually got laid and they are stuck.
Right.
Even today, two students call me that, "Bhaiya, I need support if you can do anything for me."
Right. So all these things, yeah.
That, to be honest, I already donated to some other people who started this work.
Right.
But at the same time, I thought, okay, I can give this service to people. People are getting a service with a nominal fee. And at the same time, that service fee is going to be used for some other good reasons. So it serves both ways, right? So...
Wow, very nice. Can I just, at this point in time, like I always think we all should do things from our point of view, right? Okay, whatever I can, whatever you can. And at the same time, when we join hands, what is burden to one is nothing to 10, right? Okay. In Bengali, we say, Dosher Lathi Eker Bocha. Right, things like that.
Right.
So, at BCCB, we have created this BCCB support program, right? Where one of the person who you very closely know, who is Tafasin, right? Okay, Tafasin. Right. And just to tell all of you, Tafasin and Mesbah, they are working with these lots of international students. And I'll tell you about a story, and it will touch your heart, I'm sure, and to all of you. So, international students, they are worried, and while some of them they have financial wherewithal, there are many who are not having the financial straight background. So what we are doing is exactly what you're doing, which is supporting the international students. And for that, they need to communicate with BCCB or the support program itself. Yesterday night, a BCCB member called me. Right? BCCB means, those who do not know, is a Bangladeshi Canadian and Canadian Bangladeshi forum trying to bring all Bangladeshi Canadians together. So one of the member actually called me, right, and said, Rimon bhaiya, I want to share something and I feel so good. It's a good news. I thought he got a job, or he made money. Oh my gosh, no, he didn't get a job. He didn't get a money. He actually told me, Rimon bhaiya, after that program, the international student, he gave a post in that group, and I'll tell Tafasin, if you are watching, please go reach out to Zahid. Amazing guy, will help whatever way you can. So he reached out. He gave a post saying, just like you, that, hey, if you are in trouble and you are, you are not like you feel shy to reach out to me personally, and I'll look at it. And he actually went out, bought the grocery for about a month, and gave it and put him everything together. So those are the small little things happening all around, and it's one of the best things the community, the Canadians, we Canadians are doing, right? So let's keep it up. So Zahid, I just wanted to applaud you. Well, we didn't have this interview set up. We didn't want, there was no plan, no nothing, just one single.
Right, it happened.
Right? Yes. And I just wanted to bring out this message, if I can. You're doing your part. My part is to be your mouth speaker. Kind of like, hey, look at this guy. He is doing something good, Canada, and let's spread this message, because through him, so many of you will be benefited or can be benefited. Now, Zahid, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can I book an appointment to do my will?
Definitely, Bhaiya. You're more than welcome. Definitely, we are going to talk on this issue on this video is over.
Absolutely.
And I'll be more than happy to serve you.
So I just wanted to tell you, everybody, it's that easy. So tell me about your telephone number.
So my office telephone number is 647
647 3
341
341
7877.
7877.
And if for any reason you wanna call me personally, my number is 647
647 is his cell.
702
702
3593.
3593. I will put those numbers also in the video. Now, thank you so much, Jahid, for everything that you did. A little bit about Jahid, Omar Jahid. And don't feel shy because I'll be talking about you. And just hear me out. It's coming from my heart. I know this guy actually through BCCB, right? It is through BCCB we met with each other. And he's also one of my inspiration, and I'm telling it straight face to face. Many times I talked about the community service and things like that, and all I heard from Jahid is amazing job you're doing, like BCCB as a whole. So when I see people like them are doing all these wonderful things, and I think he's doing a phenomenal job. He's not making a difference of only one person, but many, many persons. And through them, many, many more. Because if you're making a will and something happens to me, then it is helping my kids, or who am I leaving behind, right? So he's also creating this social awareness in the sense, I didn't know about the kids and kids going to foster. It doesn't come to your mind immediately, right? So I think these are amazing stuffs being done by every Bangladeshi Canadians and Canadians alike. And I would love to bring any such stories to you and use my little platform, just my little voice to promote it, and if I can add value to that, right? So Jahid, thank you so very much. Now, here is something I'm going to do. I want you to say something for all the Bangladeshi Canadians that will be listening to you. Are you okay with that? And I will post it in BCCB. You are a BCCB, and you're a member of BCCB. So let them hear from you as well. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so right now, I'll hand it over to Jahid. Okay, Barrister Zahid here. Thank you so much. I will conclude with your wording for now. Okay?
Okay, Bhaiya. Thank you so much, Rimon Bhai, for coming forward with this idea to do the video and reach out to people, particularly Bangladeshi community and the Canadians. And I strongly believe that, as you told us before, that together we stand and divided we fall. So this is the time we need to stand together. We need to do our part from our position, whatever we can do, whatever the best is for the people, and whatever the best is for the humanity. I am trying to do my part. We are trying to do our part. I'm sure you are trying to do your part. And I would request all the people who are listening to us that if you do not have a will, please feel free to contact us. We will do your will as per your instruction. We will draft it. We will send it to you. And the money we are getting from you, the service fee, that will be completely used for a great purpose. It's for a great cause. So I think you will be happy too, knowing that your money is not going to my pocket. It's going to the people outside there who need it.
Of course,
so,
of course.
Thank
you so much. Stay tuned because I will pan the camera onto you. Okay?
Thank you.
To everyone, off to Jahid. Okay, bye-bye. Hey Jahid, this is now on to you. A little message for everybody that's listening to you directly. Go ahead.
Thank you, Rimon Bhai, for coming forward. I know you have been doing an amazing job for this community. At the same time, as we have discussed in this video, that we have taken an initiative to reach out to people that, hey guys, we are giving a service to you, that is the drafting of the will and execution of that at a minimum cost, and that money will be completely used for the people who are affected or impacted by the COVID-19. The cost of the will be only $100 plus HST, which is $13, and that money will be completely be contributed to the people, as I told you. So it will serve both purpose. Once your will is done, and second, that money is not coming to my pocket, is going to the people who need it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody, those who are watching. Thank you so much.